Good morning. Let's see my Instagram up. Good morning. So this morning, I'm on my computer. I'm trying to see something. I'm actually on my computer doing my live. So I'm on my computer on Facebook doing my live, and I'm on Instagram on my phone. Thank you. Because for some reason, my other device acts crazy when I'm trying to go on Instagram. So I'm trying to see something. Um, I'm trying to see something as far as me going live on the computer on Facebook. So let's see how this works on Facebook. I'm not all the way together, but this gonna have to. Can you see me? Can y'all see me? I have my notes together. Facebook, let me know if you can see me. Hey Instagram, good morning. I hope that y'all can see me because, like I said, I'm doing this. I'm doing Facebook on my computer today. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to figure something out with this so that I'm successfully able to go on live on Instagram from my phone because my other phone was just tripping. Today we are going to talk about the power of there's power in the awakening. There is power in the awakening. So give me a few minutes. I'm waiting on some people to hop on Instagram right quick and then we can get started. So, how was y'all weekend? Today is Monday. Today is the last day in the month. We're going into a brand new month, the third month of the year. We're 90 days, almost 90 days into the new year. So tell me, how has y'all weekend been going? How has everything been going for y'all? What's going on? Let me see. I'm gonna try to set that up like that. How has everything been going for y'all? I hope that y'all been great. Listen, we're gonna talk about spiritual awakening, okay? Um, with the awakening period, there is so much power in the awakening. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to tap into your authentic self. You have so much power inside of you. I've been speaking that all weekend. I've just been seeing signs and things like that. And it all just really led to the spiritual awakening, and not just the spiritual awakening, but just the awakening period. Tapping into yourself, getting to learn and know you. There is so much power in you. There's so much value in you. Never let anybody who doesn't see the realness in themselves, don't let nobody who devalues themselves devalue you. Never let that happen. Okay. We want to go ahead and start this new month off. If you have to realign and reset, Do it. Realign and reset as often as you need to. It's nothing wrong with that. I reset and I realign all the time. You have to realign and you have to reset yourself so that you could become a better version of yourself. Okay? It's nothing wrong with realigning yourself. It's nothing wrong with resetting. Reset as often as you have to. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how anybody feels about it. You can reset and you can realign. So it's time to wake up. It's time to realign and it's time to reset. Okay? It's time to realign. It's time to reset. The most courageous person is the one that has experienced an awakening. The one who has finally woke up and discovered who they really are. Okay? This is just because they really just simply woke up. Like I just said, they woke up to the center of themselves where the divine abides within them. So you have to figure out what it is that aligns with you. You have to figure out your true self. Hello, Instagram. We are talking about the power in the awakening. It's time to wake up. It's time to realign and it's time to reset who you are. Okay? So, like I said, people, the most courageous person is the one who has experienced an awakening, the one who has woke up, the one who has finally decided, I am going to tap into who I am. I am going to discover who I am as a person, not who people think I am, not who people label me as, but who I am authentically, right? So that's what the awakening is all about. They just simply woke up. They woke up to the center of themselves where the divine abides within them. Okay? When you align with your higher self, and when I say your higher self, that's who you authentically was when you first came in this world, before anybody put a label on you, before you started doing things, before you started becoming the person who you're really not. When you tap into your authentic self, right? So when you align with your higher self, nobody can touch you. Nobody. When you align with your higher self, with your authentic self, and you tap into who you are, nobody can touch you. You're unstoppable. You're irreplaceable. No one can touch you. There is power there is power in your authentic power. When you tap into yourself, you then become authentically powerful. Okay? You can lose anything and everything in the world. You can lose your job, you can lose your house, you can lose your money, you can lose whatever. The cosmetic surgery, the breast lift, the butt lift, all of that stuff can go away, right? But what cannot is your authentic power. That lasts forever. Your authentic power, who you are and who you were designed to be in this world, your purpose, nobody can take that away. Okay? Always remember that. Always remember that you can go and spend, I don't care how much money on cosmetics. I don't care how much money you spend on cars. I don't care how much money you spend on a house. I don't care how much money you spend on clothes or anything like that. You can lose all of this material stuff, but you cannot lose your authentic power. You may think that you can lose your power, but you can't. You just have to continue to reset and realign so that you can continue to tap into who you are, the power that you hold. Okay? So, for those of you that need help on realigning and resetting, I don't care when it is, I don't care how often it is, do it. Take a step back, pray about it. You have to pray. Prayer is a must. For me, I don't care how you address it. I don't care how you dress it up. I don't care what you call it, how you call it, God, the universe, whatever the case is. It's all the same thing, right? It's all the same thing. You got to take a step back and you have to pray about it. Journal. The number one thing is to pray. Pray about everything. I don't care if it's 2 times a day, 3 times a day, whatever you do, make sure that prayer becomes the number one thing in your life. Because when God is in the midst, when He's in the center of everything, when He's there, everything else around you is gonna always fall into place. That's why you gotta stay prayerful and you gotta trust the process. Stay prayerful and trust the process. I don't care what it is. It could be your career, it could be your personal life, it could be your marriage, any relationships that you have. Keep God in the center. When you keep God in the center, everything else is better. I've been seeing a lot of people on my timelines that's getting married. Congratulations to everyone. The one thing that I can say, and this is only I'm only saying this like this because I've been seeing a lot of weddings. Keep God in the middle. Keep God in the middle. Keep God in the center of your life, in the center of your marriage. When you keep God in the center of your life and in the center of your marriage, in the center of your relationship, everything else is already under control. Everything else will automatically fall in place, right? So keep God in the center of everything. I don't care what it is. Like I said, your businesses, your children, your life, your family, your marriages, any relationships that you have, keep God in the center. And when you keep Him in the center, everything else will play out. Trust the process. Be prayerful and trust the process. Go to God with everything. Let God know what you want. Let God know your desires, the desires of your heart. He said in His word that He will give us the desires of our hearts, as long as it aligns with His will. Okay? Because a lot of things that we want, it doesn't align with God's will. So you have to make sure that whatever you want and your heart desires, make sure that it aligns with God's will. And that's where it will come in at, where you need to wake up and tap into your higher self. Not only do you need to be prayerful, but you need to journal. Journaling your thoughts, journaling your feelings, getting those things out. Okay? Tapping into who you are. I don't care what anyone else says. I don't care how anyone else feels. You need to tap into who you are, yourself, and you need to journal. You need to write. You need to write out your thoughts, write out your feelings, write out those things that you want, write out those things that upset you, write out those things that make you mad, write out those things that make you happy, so that you know when those things trigger you, when you have things that trigger you, you can go back and you can look at it and you can say, okay, I need to make this better, right? And these are the things that I need to do within myself to make this better. Okay, it's so much power in waking up. It is so much power in tapping into your authentic power. Can't nobody do it like you. Can't nobody be you. It's a lot of things. First of all, there are things that are new and there are things that are repurposed. And most of the things in this world at this moment are repurposed. They have already happened before, right? But a lot of things that we do, everybody in the world could be a coach. Everybody in the world could do hair. Everybody in the world could do this. Everybody in the world can do that. But can't nobody do it like you. So you need to tap into who you are so that you can bring so much power and impact to this world. You do not know how much impact and how much power you have until you tap into yourself. So journaling is a good way to do that, to let out those thoughts, to let out those feelings, learn yourself. Do things that make you happy. When you go out and you do things that actually make you happy, when you do things that actually align with who you are, then you'll be a better person. You have to wake up and you have to figure out who it is that you are. You have to figure out what it is that God has put you on this earth to do. It's so many things out here. It's so many people out here doing a lot of things, but what is it that you are here for? What is it that, what power do you have that will impact and inspire people? What is it? That's something that you have to ask yourself. When you figure that out, then you'll realize just how simple life could be for you. And that's what manifestation comes in at too. Because once you tap into who you are, once you figure out what it is that you're placed on this world to do, then everything else is going to flow naturally, because everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. And there's nothing that anybody can say and anybody can do to take away the power that you have within yourself. The only thing you can do is sleep on it. And it's time to wake up from it. So, you need to pray about it. Keep prayer and keep God in the center of everything. You need to also journal. Write down everything. Write down your thoughts. Write down your feelings. Okay? Drink water. Hydrate. Stay hydrated. Get enough sleep. Sleep is very important. Sleep is very, very, very important, because when you lack sleep, you lack motivation. When you lack sleep, then you're overwhelmed. When you lack sleep, you become stressed out, right? And when you're stressed out, stress could kill you. Stress could definitely kill you. So you need to definitely eliminate a lot of distractions, a lot of toxic things and toxic people. Those things definitely need to be eliminated in order for you to reset and realign. So eliminated things that are not good for your well-being: praying, journaling, go take walks, go have time with nature. Okay? Go work out, go exercise, go to the park, go in your yard, have time with nature, have time with God. Always spend time with God. And I'm going to forever say that. If you don't like it, then you might as well unfollow me right now, because I'm a firm believer in God, and He's the center of everything. Go have talks with nature. When I go walk, I go have talks with myself. Let's just be real. Like, I have talks with myself. You know why? Because people say when you talk to yourself and you respond back, you crazy. I necessarily feel like that's false as fuck. Because I always talk to myself and I always respond to myself. Because at the end of the day, you're your own best friend. Okay? At the end of the day, you can have as many best friends as you want, as you like, as you desire. But at the end of the day, you are your own best friend. So there's nothing wrong with going to the park, going to talk to God, going to talk to nature, being in touch with the universe, being in touch with yourself, and really being accountable. Really being accountable. Talk to yourself. Say, hey, I know I'm supposed to do this, and girl, you tripping. Why you tripping? I look in the mirror and I say it to myself all the time. Like, girl, you tripping. You shouldn't have did that like that. Or we need to figure out different ways to do it. Don't criticize yourself either. Self-sabotaging is very, very toxic. So instead of really beating yourself down and really beating yourself up about things, really readjust that wording. Readjust that wording and figure out what it is that you need to do better. Okay? So, pray, journal, take walks, exercise, drink water, stay hydrated. You need to sleep. You need to release. Take a vacation. If you need to take a vacation right now, go ahead. It's tax season. Don't splurge too much to where you become broke and then you don't have nothing. But you can take some time and some money to actually spend on yourself. Go on that vacation that you've been wanting to go on. Because a lot of times when we get away from our norm, and when we get away from our norm, and when we get away from what we've always been around, a good vacation will always do you some good. That's a great way to relax, relate, and release. And if it's not too cold where you are and you're by a beach or something like that, beaches are great ways to Get in touch with yourself, because listen, you out there with the sand, you out there with the ocean, the water, and all of that stuff, and it's just fresh air. It's a fresh environment. It's a great environment, actually, right? And you just sit out there and you can just listen to the sounds of the ocean, the sounds of the wave, all of that, and just be in tune with yourself. Turn off your phones. A lot of our phones are a distraction. Turn off your phones. Turn off the TV sometimes. And get in touch with yourself. Get in tune with yourself. You'll discover how powerful you are. You will discover how much you can bring to the table. You would discover so much how a dope individual you really are. A lot of y'all dope and don't even know it. A lot of y'all dope and don't even realize it. Because you sleeping on yourself, because you have not tapped into who you are. So this is the end of the month. It's a brand new month. You still have time, right? Go into March with a better mindset. Go into March refreshed. Go into March rejuvenated. Go into March, that business plan, that business that you wanted to start it, go ahead and do it. It's not too late. We just 90 days into the year, and I don't even give a damn if we was 270 days into the year. You still do it. Still do it. If you're not satisfied on that 9 to 5 that you're on, go find another one. Do it. If you want to start that program, do it. Stop sleeping on yourself. Wake up to your full potential. It's time for you to wake up and tap into who you are. They have so many children out here that need people like you. They have so many children out here that need mentorships. They have so many children out here that need people to speak into their lives because they don't have the parents to do it. Some kids, they don't have the parents to do it, or some kids have the parents to do it, but it takes a village. Do you realize how many single parents out here struggling to pay the bills, provide, to make sure that their kids are right, to make sure that their kids staying out of trouble, to make sure this, to make sure that, right? How many parents who are actually single who have special needs kids like myself, right? It takes a village to raise the youth. But how can we make an impact if we haven't even tapped into who we are? We have a generation that's coming up that, in my opinion, is lost. And so this generation needs people like us, especially in the Black community, to come together and be so dope and be so powerful to where they don't have to struggle as much as we did, to where they won't have to grow up as fast as we did, to where we can get a lot of these people out of the jail. We can keep a lot of people out of the grave and alive, right? We could do that because that's how powerful we are. But it all starts with us. We got to tap into ourselves. We have to tap into ourselves. It's so many of you that are so talented. It's so many of you that have so many dope, amazing gifts, but you haven't tapped into who you are. You haven't reset. You haven't realigned. You haven't repurposed. You haven't did any of that. You haven't done it. And that's why no one hears from you. That's why no one sees you. That's why no one knows how dope you are. You don't even know how dope you are. When you wake up and you realize how dope you are, you will definitely realize how much you can impact, inspire, and empower everyone. You have to experience the awakening. It is a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing, I'm telling you. If you're on drugs right now, you can get off. It's not too late. I don't care how old you are. Go to rehab. Find resources. Even if you feel like you don't have a support system, there are resources. It's not about where you come from, but it's definitely about where you're going. It's not about what you've been through. It's about how you're overcoming it. You have to experience that awakening. You have to tap into yourself. Be so in tune. Be so in tune with who you are to where anything and anybody can shut the hell up and shut down, really, to be honest. Be so in tune with who you are. Wake up and realize who you are. Tap into who you are. That everything that doesn't align with you gotta go. That's how much you need to tap into who the fuck you are. Not for nobody else, but for you. Okay? So, that's all I really have today. It's time for y'all to reset, realign. There's power in the awakening. How many of y'all felt that? I see some hearts going on Instagram. I see some comments going on Instagram. I see some comments on Facebook. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I want y'all to go into this new month realigned. I want y'all to go into this new month. Pay attention to numbers. A lot of people don't believe in numbers, but there's power in numbers as well. There's definitely power in numbers. Like yesterday, I kept seeing 333 all day long. Like when I went to the gas station, the gas price down here in Louisiana at the Chevron was $3.33, and it was like, okay, but when I seen it, I really didn't see the fact that it was gas price went up. I really didn't see it in that way. I said, oh my God, 333 is the Holy Trinity. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? And everything is spirit wise. Everything is energy. But I looked at it as though the Holy Trinity is always with me. I am so powerful. I am so real. I'm so dope. All I had to do was tap into myself. When I began my healing journey and I tapped into who I was, I was made to be unstoppable. I knew that could nobody touch me, can't nobody touch me. Nobody. Can't nobody do it like Miracle because I'm Miracle motherfucking Renata. Okay? I know what I bring to the table. Can't nobody take my power away from me. Nobody. I don't care who it is. My own child can't take my power away from me. Because I know just how dope I am. Do you know how dope you are? Because you're a really dope individual. I just need you to know that. I just need you to value yourself. Because you're gold. We're just here, we're spirits. And we're just here as a vessel. Right? That's just who we are. That's just what we are. Black people, our melanin pops every single fucking day. It's time for us to wake up and be great. You have to be great. And you have to tap into yourself and be like, girl, I'm the shit. What? You say what? About what? Okay. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you really? It's time to wake up. It's time to impact. It's time to inspire. It's time to empower. It's time. It's time for you to discover who you are. You just don't know how much of an impact you have on your job every single day. You have no idea just how much you inspire people every single day just by you getting up, getting yourself together. Because they have people in this world who don't even want to give up, who don't even want to get up in the morning. They just want to give up. You have no idea how much you're empowering and inspiring the young children that's coming up that want to be just like you. But you have to tap more into yourself. Be so in tune with yourself that nobody else can take anything else away from you. Because you're just that dope and you're just that powerful. Because you bring so much to the table. Your presence alone affects people in a positive way. Your presence alone sends positive vibrations. Stop vibrating on a low frequency. When we vibrate on a low frequency, we don't allow ourselves to realign and reset. When we vibrate on a low frequency, that means we're depressed, we're going through all kind of shit. We don't want to do nothing. We just want to be sluggish. We want to lay around. It's just so damn depressing. But when you wake up and you start vibrating on a higher frequency, who gonna touch you? All that shit you've been dealing with, all that shit you've been tolerating, it's gonna be out the door. When you start vibrating on a higher level of frequency, that's a different experience. Like, that's a different awakening, to be honest. That's a different awakening. That's a different experience. Go read. Educate your mind. Educate your mind. Go read. Go research. Go do all of that. You got to be 10 steps ahead. In this world, you have to always be 10 steps ahead of the game in everything. Okay? So, that's it. I'm done. Because I'll go on and on and on. And it's a lot of things that I want to speak on. But that will come in my courses, because I have some courses coming up. I have some workbooks coming up. I actually have a book that I am going to be releasing soon. Actually, I have 2 books that I'm going to be releasing soon. So, yeah, y'all definitely turn on all your post notifications on all platforms. You can find me on Instagram at @I am_Miracle Renata. You can find me on Facebook at Miracle Renata as well. Because I don't know about y'all, but one thing for certain, 2 things for sure, I'm gonna promote me. And I'm going to promote my businesses, and I'm going to promote every single thing that I have. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping gems every Monday as usual. Stay tuned for my workbooks that's coming out. Stay tuned for my books that's coming out. Stay tuned for my courses. My courses are going to be so dope. If y'all think that my lives are dope, and if y'all think that I spit game in my lives, y'all wait till these courses come out. Y'all wait till these courses come out, okay? So, y'all text me at 404-941-2985 for weekly tips and motivation, okay? You can also reach me at miraclehills.net as well. So, that's all for today, y'all. I'm going to hop off of this live, and you go and have an amazing day. Go and have an amazing March. You know why? Because you are an amazing person. All right, y'all? All right.